Book Summary. The Story Spinner by Barbara Erskine. Barbara Erskine's The Story Spinner is a masterful blend of historical fiction, romance, and supernatural mystery, exploring the lost love story of a Welsh princess and a Roman general in 382 AD, paralleled with a modern-day writer's quest to reclaim the past before it vanishes forever. With a dual narrative spanning centuries, Erskine's latest novel weaves a spellbinding tale of passion, betrayal, power, and resilience, rooted in the ancient Welsh landscape and its enduring secrets. Part 1. Elen's World, 382 AD 1. A marriage of power set in the tumultuous late Roman period in Britain, the novel opens with a young Elen, a noble princess of the Silures, a proud Welsh tribe resisting Roman domination. Her father, under pressure to secure peace and maintain autonomy, agrees to a politically strategic marriage between Elen and a Roman general, Magnus Maximus, known in Welsh legend as Maxen Wledig. Though Magnus is feared and reputedly ruthless, Elen consents, determined to protect her people and hold her head high in the face of uncertainty. Point 2. The heart's resistance. Despite her initial misgivings, Elen finds herself reluctantly drawn to the enigmatic general. Magnus, seasoned by war but fascinated by Elen's strength and intelligence, begins to soften. Their relationship evolves from wary diplomacy to genuine affection. However, the marriage is fraught with danger. Cultural tensions, palace intrigue, and looming rebellion threaten to undo everything. Elen's loyalty is tested, especially as she becomes aware of a prophecy, one that predicts heartbreak and betrayal. Point 3. The rise of Elen. Elen's journey is one of empowerment. No longer a pawn, she becomes a queen in her own right. She fosters connections between the Roman and Welsh factions, championing education, healing arts, and the construction of roads, linking the land as much as its people. Her visionary projects, inspired by the historical Sarn Elen, Elen's Road, solidify her legacy. Yet her heart remains vulnerable. When Magnus is recalled to Rome to pursue greater ambitions, Elen is forced to choose between love and duty. Point 4. Secrets and shadows. With Magnus gone, treachery brews in the court. Elen uncovers a conspiracy that could ruin both her people and her reputation. Allies become enemies, and whispers of witchcraft and rebellion grow louder. Meanwhile, the memory of her love, and the child she bears in secret, becomes both a source of strength and sorrow. Elen hides her child to protect them, leaving behind a mystery buried deep in the Welsh hills. Part 2. Cadi's World, Present-Day 1. A writer's retreat in modern-day Wales. Novelist Cadi Meredith retreats to her cottage in the Brecon Beacons, searching for inspiration and solace after a painful divorce. Her cottage overlooks a meadow, said to be haunted by ancient spirits. Drawn to the local legends, especially the tale of a forgotten princess named Elen, Cadi begins researching the area's history. But as she delves deeper, strange occurrences, unexplained visions, vivid dreams, and spectral whispers begin to stir her creative and spiritual energy. Point 2. The past awakens. Cadi discovers that her cottage stands near the remnants of a Roman road, Sarn Elen. As she writes, she experiences dreamlike visions of Elen's life, almost as if channeling the past. Her research uncovers a lost manuscript, centuries old, believed to be written by a druid scribe who knew Elen personally. With the help of Owain, a charming local historian, and Non, an elderly mystic with ancestral ties to the land, Cadi uncovers more than she bargained for. Point 3. Threats in the present. While Cadi reconnects with the past, a property developer threatens to bulldoze the historic meadow to make way for a luxury resort. Furious at the potential destruction, Cadi becomes a reluctant activist. Her fight to preserve the land mirrors Elen's own efforts to bridge two worlds. The past and present grow increasingly intertwined. Cadi begins to see herself as a vessel for Elen's story and possibly her descendant. Point 4. Echoes of love and losses. Cadi completes her novel, The Story Spinner. She realizes she is not only writing Elen's story but living it. A tender romance blooms between her and Owain, echoing Elen's tragic love with Magnus. Yet danger looms. Someone from the developer's side seems determined to silence her, convinced she's hiding secrets that could derail the project. A mysterious fire, threatening messages, and vandalism escalate the tension. Themes and Reflections 1. Women's resilience across time. Both Elen and Cadi exemplify the quiet strength of women resisting oppression in male-dominated worlds. Elen wields power with grace in a brutal age, while Cadi uses her pen and voice to fight for truth and justice. Their parallel journeys emphasize legacy, heritage, and the power of female storytelling. Point 2. The supernatural as memory ghosts, dreams, and spiritual echoes pervade the novel, not as horror elements but as threads of ancestral memory. The supernatural in the story spinner is deeply tied to place and purpose, highlighting the Celtic belief that the land remembers everything. Point 3. History as a living force. Erskine masterfully blends historical accuracy with imaginative fiction. From Roman-British conflicts to Welsh folklore, she treats history not as static but as alive, its truths still shaping the present. Cadi's research serves not only as a plot device but a metaphor for reclaiming forgotten voices. The climax. The story preserved in a dramatic finale, Cadi uncovers a hidden chamber beneath the meadow, containing Elen's final writings and the remains of her hidden child. This discovery becomes the smoking gun in the battle to protect the land. Faced with irrefutable proof of the site's historical significance, the developers are forced to back down. Cadi's novel is published to great acclaim, preserving Elen's story for generations to come. The meadow is protected, renamed Queen Elen's Sanctuary, and Cadi finds peace, not just as a writer, but as a woman finally grounded in love, legacy, and land. Conclusion. The story spinner is a sweeping, emotional journey that masterfully balances the intimate and the epic. Erskine's vivid prose and intricate plotting create a novel that transcends genre. Part ghost story, part historical epic, part contemporary drama. At its heart lies a timeless truth. Stories, especially women's stories, are powerful, necessary, and worth preserving. With unforgettable characters, haunting landscapes, and a romance that defies time, the story spinner will enchant readers who believe that the past is never truly past, and that love, once kindled, can echo across centuries.